started this race in 2009 with Jean-Louis Schlesser. He was a 3-time winner of the Dakar in the 80s, and this week, René Mech died, aged 82. There have been many warm recollections of him this week, notably from Jean-Louis Schlesser from his remote race HQ. He's at home during the rally after a minor health issue that cropped up just before the start. One day, René called me and said, "Jean-Louis, I need you to drive a Cayenne. I'm planning something with Porsche from St. Petersburg to Peking. Leave your Toyota and come and drive the Cayenne." I asked for some time to think. I thought about it and I said yes. I could never refuse him anything. I went to the presentation in Lyon and over drinks, I saw the car. They took the covers off and I saw a Cayman. I said, "René, you told me it was a Cayenne." He said, "I know, but if I'd told you it was a Cayman, you would have said no." Typical René. A real rock has left us, a rally legend, a friend, almost family. I will forever hear his gravelly voice in my ears during the rally. Once I was lost on an incredible race that he was organising in Turkey. He was sitting on a rock, high on a mountain, watching me with his charisma and booming voice. He looked at me and he did like this, showing the right direction because he could see I was so lost. I remember this great man who gave such passionate briefings. He really inspired me. These days I'm a race organizer and I've adopted the passion that I used to see in him when he was in charge. At the end of the first week of the 15th edition, the bikes have had some cracking stages. Let's see what the former 6-time winner has to say about it all. Big surprise is Aprilia, here to race with their twin-cylinder. Cerruti is leading. Botturi and Paul Tarez are close behind. It's a great competition. Guillaume Born, leading the new category, is sitting a healthy 7th place in the GC. Not at all far from the podium, as 9 minutes ahead of him was one of the 2 official Yamahas. In 3rd place, Paul Tarez is lying in wait. No stage wins thus far for the Andorran, but 1 third and 4 second places. Let's not also forget that he finishes this week in Morocco with a very painful right foot injury. You could call the top 3 the 3 Musketeers. They have stuck together all week. In 2nd place we find Alessandro Botturi. The Italian 2-time winner in 29 and 20 won the 3rd and 5th stages with no major issues to report. Now though, he is ready for the sands of Mauritania, knowing full well that this is where it all will be decided. Jacopo Cerruti is the race leader, 3 stage victories for the Aprilia rider, and he's feeling good on the bike. He also knows that Mauritania will be the decider and has the advantage tomorrow of not opening the first stage through the dunes. In the GC, Cerruti leads with 2 minutes 15 over Botturi. Paul Tarez is 3rd, 3 minutes 5 seconds off the lead. First Motul Extreme rider is the Italian Stefano Chiusi in 17th. Some competitors take on a rally raid with an entire team of mechanics, and there are others who do it alone, left to their own devices with the added challenge of looking after their bikes once they reach the bivouac. The Motul Extreme riders are solo adventurers, and for many, this is a dream come true.
J'ai 48 ans.
I'm 48.
Je le partage
I've
avec
been
mes
watching
parents
with my
depuis,
parents
toujours.
forever.
J'espère que
I hope
mon
that my
père
father
mesure,
can see that my
le
dream
rêve
is
qui est en
coming
train de se
true.
réaliser pour moi.
My
Mes
two
fils m'ont
sons have helped me
suivi,
prepare.
mes deux fistons m'ont suivi sur la préparation aussi. Et c'est une belle
It's a
aventure.
great
J'ai commencé par
adventure.
quelques raids, histoire
I
de
started by
découvrir,
doing raids just to
l'Afrique,
see
le
Africa,
Maroc
mostly
surtout.
Morocco.
Et puis aujourd'hui,
And the Africa Eco Race is the culmination of it all. All the planning, discovering the rally.
Cette découverte du rallye, c'est le premier
It's
pour
the
moi.
first one for me and
Et
it's
ça
just
se passe à merveille.
fantastic. And for Nicolas Boutou, an engineer in real life, it was an obvious choice to go Malmoto at age 48 for his first big rally raid. Actually, I was supposed to do it with my friend Christian, but unfortunately, in the last raid in Morocco in October, he hurt his neck. We were going to be two friends with our trunks, retracing Thierry Sabine's story that we had loved for so many years, and discovering the landscapes and the atmosphere every day.
Tous ces jours durant.
The French rider has much to say to those who are thinking about doing the Africa Eco Race Malmoto.
Oh, c'est assez simple.
It's really simple. For the young ones, maybe you won't get it, but for those of us who are a bit older, who have dreamed of this and always watched it on TV in the first fortnight of January every year, or like me who have been to the start line in Paris or elsewhere, to live your childhood dreams is unbelievable. You need to train hard because it's pretty physical, but brace yourselves. It's extraordinary. Extraordinary and magical in equal measure, the first week has gone well for the Frenchman. Apart from the third day, when I went round and round and missed the first checkpoint and some waypoints, which earned me 45 minutes of penalties, I've been first Malmoto 3 times, which is great. It's good for our friends who have supported us, and it's really awesome. In the GC, Nicolas Boutou is 27th and currently 4th Malmoto. In the cars, there's a real domination by the Apache team, a small French manufacturer that have built an incredible hybrid vehicle that has really shown its potential. Gauthier Paulin, the former motocross champion, is leading the race with élan. Just before we talk about the race, though, a word on the Africa Eco Race Classic, organised by Yves Loubet. The roundup is really positive. The drivers we have are of an extremely high standard. They've accomplished some incredible stuff. They're battling for points, but there's not much in it. 2, 3 points, sometimes it's 0-0. The teams we have are real artists in the regularity. The car leading the category is the Toyota of the Belgians Eric and Tom Claes. Amongst the trucks, the Czech Thomas Tomacek is leading the Desert Behemoths. Solo at the wheel of his Tatra, he is in the top 10th in the GC in 8th. Despite 2 final complicated days when he couldn't go over 100 kilometers an hour, Frédéric Henrici is second in the GC and is counting on his Polaris to get him back in the game in Mauritania. Back to Gauthier Paulin, who still leads with over 2 hours in the overall standings. The former motocross world champion runner-up has a lot to be happy about. Everything feels great, the scenery, the pace, the speed, as well as leading, he's also loving it all. The week has gone well. I'm happy to be in the lead, but there's still a long way to go. What I've learned this week is a big lesson. Again and again, I'm learning. Every day I leave, I get into the bucket seat. The adrenaline spikes like when I was in the Grand Prix. I'm getting a lot out of it. It feels great. A roundup of the GC, Gauthier Paulin is leading with 2 hours 9 minutes over Frédéric Henrici. The Spaniard Carlos Vento is third. Following him are Heathcliff Zingraf and Pascal Ferrain. After having crossed the magnificent Moroccan landscape, the competitors are now ready to throw themselves into the majestic dunes of Mauritania before getting to the legendary Lac Rose in Senegal. So we're excited to hear what sport director Manfred Croix has concocted for them in this 15th edition. Firstly, it looks very different. We're leaving beautiful Morocco. After a spectacular welcome to this superb bivouac you see behind me, time to take on Mauritania with its dunes, its famous dunes that everyone looks forward to. The big off-piste stages, we are really going to have a total change of terrain and environment. For the 7th year in a row, the rest day bivouac is in Dakar on the fantastic site on the shores of the Atlantic Ocean. The competitors were able to recharge their batteries and tend to their vehicles, and in balmy temperatures on a sunny day. This is what rest day on the Africa Eco Race looks like. So after a crack of dawn start from Dakar tomorrow to get to the Mauritanian border, it'll be a stark change of scenery for the riders and drivers as they head into the sand. But before that, here are some of the best images from the first week of the Monaco Dakar. See you in Mauritania. Bye-bye.